Bang! Start the playoffs with a winner. Texas Rangers plus money picked up right where we left off in the regular season. And real quick, guys, I mean, there was just a comment on Monday. Guy was clowning us a little bit for advising betting the Rangers. Said, you guys sure you handicap? And yeah, pretty sure we handicap. But just don't bring negativity to this podcast. All we do is research games. We give you guys the best information. We're not going to be right every time, but go look at all the betting content out there on social media. You know, people laughing about losers, trying to scam, this and that. All we do is research games, bring you guys good information. If you have an opinion about a game that differs, hey, great, put it in the comments. But no negativity here. No need to hate on anything. All we're doing is giving you good information. Going to have a free bet for you today. Up over 28 units on the baseball season and the NFL season. Running hot, good information, and a winner to start the playoffs, Sean. Hopefully we can keep that going.
Look, I've been keeping it going for 40 years, so that's why I actually just find humor in the rookies, the newbies that want to come in. Some of these guys, they call themselves handicaps, and I've been capping for 5 years. Well, I've got underwear that are 5 years old, but really, been doing this for a long time. We don't miss a beat here. This was actually a down baseball season for us. And as Ben says, I believe it was close to we finished plus 28 units. Now, I don't want to get everybody confused with this unit thing because you look at social media, especially Instagram, and you got guys out there betting 150 units a game. I mean, it's preposterous. It's stupid. Nobody even knows what a unit's supposed to be. So a unit is 1% of your bankroll. So a baseball season is regular season, 6 months long, end of March till the end of September. Okay, so if you use our betting strategy of 1 unit equals 1% of your bankroll, you increase your bankroll 28% in 6 months. So you can't go to the S&P 500, any stocks, you cannot improve your bankroll 28% in 6 months. That's 56% over the course of the year. If anyone has any investments, I have a lot of money. Please send me a DM, and I'll be happy to invest anything that's got any type of return even close to what we do. So again, don't be confused by units. 28 units, that's 28% of your bankroll in a 6-month season long. And if you saw our post on Instagram, there's some downtimes. We started off the year horrendous, a terrible April. Got to stick with it, guys. That's why I tell everybody I don't want nobody joining for a week. We don't have dailies. Anything could happen on one day or 1 week. It's over the course of the year. Again, I've been doing this for over 40 years. I'm not the new kid on the block. Again, guys that want to laugh at any particular bet, it's easy to say, how could you bet the Rockies against the Dodgers? How could you bet the Tigers against the Rays? These are the teams. This is where the value is. At the end of the year, it shows up as it has every single year for over 40 years. So up 28%. We start the playoffs with 1 win of 4 games yesterday, and that's the other thing. Guys can't complain in the DMs. We're paying for. You got 1 game. There's only 4 games to choose from. Some days it's 7 games. You're taking NBA. The NFL, the first few weeks, I've had more bets than even anticipated. But I don't expect that to keep up. So yesterday, 1 bet. We want quality bets, not quantity. Today, 1 bet again. There's 4 games. I've got 1 bet. Today's a 2-unit bet, and we'll give it to you straight out at the end. So why don't we get started on this little baseball that we got going on today, Ben?
Yeah, really quick, guys. There are 5 NFL bets out for the Sunday slate already. Lines are moving. So if you guys want to get in on those, go sign up on the app or the website. Make sure you get in on those. Lines move throughout the week, and those numbers will be gone. Some kind of already are. And let's dive in. So first game, Rangers-Rays. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. I mean, we broke it down in the handicap of the game, which apparently was so horrible that Montgomery was just the best pitcher going into the playoffs as far as what he had done the month of September leading up to it. Didn't miss a beat. In his last 5 starts now, 2 runs in those last 5 starts. Just been terrific. Tampa Bay beating themselves up, 4 errors, timely errors, horrible defense. On the other end, Texas, great defense. And that was kind of the difference in the game. Texas drew 6 walks. You add in the 4 errors. That's 10 free opportunities. Rangers, 1 error. Rays, they draw 1 walk, 2 free opportunities. I mean, you're giving up that many opportunities in playoffs. MLB guy is going to capitalize on mistakes. Looking at this game today, Eovaldi versus Eflin. Eovaldi, 9+ ERA and 6 starts since returning. Last 2, brutal, both versus the Mariners, 12 runs and 8 in the third. Has not been pitching well. And then you have Eflin going. They've won his last 6 starts, 3.27 ERA. Last 2, gave up 5 runs in 10 innings. Eflin gets the pitching edge in this one. Eovaldi, though, historically pretty good numbers against Tampa Bay. Pretty good numbers, especially against this lineup. Holds them to 178 batting average. Has never given a home run up to this lineup. Tampa, they just looked like they were beating themselves last night. Can they bounce back from that? And they were the best home team in the American League in the baseball in the regular season. But of all the games yesterday, 0 home edge. I mean, you talk about an empty stadium and playoff atmosphere. It's an afternoon day game on a weeknight, school night. So not much activity going on there. The home edge doesn't seem too drastic. I see this as Texas or nobody. I see this turning into a little bit of a slugfest. I lean to the over, and I'll take that Rangers lineup over Tampa Bay if it turns into a slugfest.
Well, the Rangers had done absolutely nothing in their final 4 games in that series at Seattle. Actually getting shut out twice, dropping from first place, and then just picture the travel. You've got Seattle up in the northwest to Tampa Bay, all the way southeast, over 3,500-mile travel. They just did not look good. They weren't scoring any runs. Even with yesterday, as Ben said, they got 10 freebies, 6 walks, 4 errors. They still only put 4 runs on the board. So the problem was why this wasn't a 2-unit bet for me yesterday was because the way the Rangers were hit, or lack of the way the Rangers were hitting. Tampa was hitting, but Montgomery shut them down as I thought they would, and he was the reason I bet this game. Got to go the opposite way today. Just can't get behind Eovaldi. Eovaldi, Ben mentioned stats against Texas. Now, he got off to an unbelievable start this year, but since the injury, he's just not even. Ben gave it to you. 1-2 with a 9.30 0-6 start since returning. I'm not getting behind that. This is an absolute must game, or they'll get dispensed for the second year in a row in 2 games. Remember, Cleveland went and beat them last year, and Rays couldn't score last year either. 1 run in the entire series, the 2-game series last year. Shutout yesterday, so they haven't been scoring. But Tampa Bay has scored all year. 4th in MLB scoring. Expect them to come with a little something today. Eflin's definitely got to get the pitching edge. Now, with that being said, I don't make the number what it was, and the sharps are on Texas. I just can't get behind Texas, so I'll be staying off of this one.
Then we have Toronto at Mini. Another good pitching performance here from Lopez. Jays actually out-hit the Twins yesterday, but hey, how about Lewis? Back from the IL, nothing but 2 homers to get it done, and that's all they needed. Pitching got it done the rest of the way there. Twins, some success in the matchups, success at home. They finally snapped that 18 straight playoff losses, so maybe a little bit of curse removed. We'll see if they can get something going here. Berrios versus Gray in this one. Pretty good pitching matchup. Berrios went 3 quality starts of his 5 in September. Last 2, though, roughed up by the Yankees twice, 8 runs in 11 2/3. Did have a good start versus the Twins earlier this year. And he started his career with the Twins, 6 seasons with them. That's a team that developed him. They're going to obviously have the best scouting report you could possibly have on Berrios. The other side of the spectrum, Sonny Gray, terrific. 3rd in ERA on the season. Last 5 starts, or down the stretch, last 7 starts, 5 of them quality starts, 1.54 ERA. And not quality starts. He didn't lead quality starts because a lot of starts this year he went 5 innings, but he led the league as far as starts allowing 3 runs or less. So you don't get killed with Gray on the mound. He's going to keep you in it more often than not. This is going to be Twins or nobody for me. Of all the favorites today, if I were to look to lay one, it would be Minnesota. They snapped that 18 straight. They look good. Bullpen looked good. Defensively, they played terrific yesterday. And Toronto just not timely hitting. That's kind of what they are. They're a team that either puts up 8-9 runs or they're going to have a hard time leaving guys a bunch of times on base. And Minnesota looks like that home edge was pretty prolific, snapped the streak. Give me the Twins again today.
Yeah, Sharps, there's been a little bit of money for the Twins so far. And Gray, just as Ben said, he just keeps you in the game. 8 home runs the entire year he's allowed up. So he keeps you in the game by not giving up the long ball. 1.54 ERA with 5 quality starts his last 7 times out. So you know what you're getting with Gray out there. Berrios, a couple of bad starts against the Yankees. They saw him twice in a row. They hit him pretty good. Before that, he was pretty good. He finishes up September 2-2 with a 3.41 ERA. If this number was to go a little bit higher, I would see a little value in Toronto. Would have to go up a little bit more. Toronto just not been getting it done. Minnesota will be on a big high. They get Correa. They get Royce Lewis back yesterday. They finished the season, the regular season, on the injury list, so they get a little rest also. All about the numbers, though, guys. And again, no interest in the game now. A little bit higher. Would have to take Toronto after losing 18 straight. Kanich wins, have a 2-game winning streak. We'll see. Toronto and nobody if the line goes higher.
Yeah, you make that point about the home runs with Gray allowing just 8. Berrios gave up 25. I know on the Brewers game yesterday, they're bringing up a stat where it was in the last 5 postseasons, the team to hit the most home runs wins 87% of the time, which sounds pretty, self-explanatory. But you look at some of the games yesterday, Toronto out-hit the Twins, but hey, Twins with the 2 home runs. The Brewers out-hit the D-backs, but hey, D-backs with 3 home runs. So Gray not giving up that long ball. Berrios does. Big factor in that matchup. And then in the next one, we head over to the NL matchups, talking about that D-backs Brewers game. Great pitching matchup today. And Brewers, this is obviously do or die. It's a 3-game series, but no Woodruff. It was supposed to be Woodruff in the start. Now you're going with Peralta. D-backs got to Burns yesterday, and, Fott wasn't anything special, but he gave them enough for 2 1/3 or 2 2/3, whatever he went. And the bullpen really good. The defense really good for Arizona yesterday. Gallen was a little bit brutal in September since the shutout, but last 2 pretty good. Pair of quality starts. Really good numbers against the Brewers. 2 quality starts this year. 1 run in 14 innings, 15 Ks, 2 walks in his career. A 1.74 ERA against them. And then Peralta, who was really terrific the last 2 months of the season. Probably the Brewers' best pitcher the last 2 months of the season. But in this last start, he was roughed up. 4 runs, 9 hits in 3 innings. He did say afterwards he was dealing with a little bit of an illness, and that wasn't since September 24th. So he's been a little bit since he's pitched. Good amount of rest, good amount of time since the illness. We'll see how he goes in this one. He had 2 quality starts for the D-backs in 21. This is Arizona or nothing for me. Brewers, you add up all the injuries and issues they've had. The Woodruff right before just kind of seemed like a momentum killer heading into the playoffs. And Arizona, young 5C team, they were coming to play yesterday, doing the little things. And like Gallen, Gallen hasn't been terrific on the road this season, but hey, if you need 1 start, as one of the better pitchers in baseball to be needing to get 1 start, 1 win, D-backs are nobody here.
Yeah, this line might be a little bit high, but I just don't want to call it D-backs or nobody against Milwaukee in a must-win game to keep their postseason hopes going. Peralta pitched real good baseball down the stretch, except for that last start. And again, that was September 24th. So he's had a full 10 days off since then to get going again. Galen, he pitched a complete game shutout against the Cubs. That was September. Where's my date in that one? September 8th. The next 2, he gets banged around. He recovers for the last 2. But again, he hasn't been great on the road, but has been great against the Brewers. This is a tough one here. It's a must-win game for Milwaukee, obviously. Arizona's in new territory. This is a team coming into the playoffs for the first time in a bit. They got their guy on the mound. You want to steal this one. You don't want to go to game 3. Price is right there, maybe a little bit high, but not enough for me to call it big-time value with Arizona. While I would need a bigger price to want to take Arizona in the must-win game for Milwaukee in this spot.
And then last game on the card, this is where that free bet's going to come for you guys. Phillies versus the Marlins. Phillies get it done last night. Wheeler was the best pitcher in the postseason last year. Comes back with another quality start, just a 1 run in 6 2/3. Looked great. And then you have this Marlins team who's hitting pretty decent heading into this. Played in some clutch games. Couldn't get it done last night. But great success against Nola. They killed him this season, over a 6.75 ERA for him. And then you have Garrett going. He's been terrific on the road this season. 3 quality starts in his last 5. Been pitching pretty good ball. And John will let you tell the rest on this one.
Yeah, we sent this out at plus 144. It's a 2-unit bet. Marlins played Phillies tough this year. They actually won the regular season series 7-6, and they won 4 of 6 at Philly. Beat up on Nola. 3 starts. Nola had a 6.5 ERA. They hit 333 against them. Those numbers make it worth taking the shot with the team down 1-0, and they've had success against Philly and at Philly. Garrett's been good on the road. Nola, September, 0-1 with a 5.47 ERA. So we're on the Marlins plus 144 in this one.
Those are the 4 games going on today. Just so you guys know, if you are members, this next couple, 3 weeks, it's just MLB playoffs and NFL, obviously going to be less bets. These episodes are going to be a bit shorter. But then again, once NBA gets going and after those 3 weeks, things really pick up. And of course, no matter how many leagues are going on, price stays the same there as far as if you're a How to Beat the Bookie member. And we'll continue bringing you guys these episodes. John, pretty good start to the playoffs, great MLB season, a tremendous start to the NFL season. 5 bets added out already for Sunday. Hopefully we can have another monster week in the NFL. I mean, this is my 3rd NFL season with you, and this is the best NFL season I've seen you had so far.
Well, we're off to a phenomenal start, and look, let's hope we can keep somewhat of this going. I'll be happy to hit 60%. The 75% or so that we're currently at, that's unachievable over the entire year. And you'll never find a capper that'll tell you that. That's why I laugh when they talk about how much they're ahead or how many units they're betting on a game. We give you the real stuff, real expectations. Again, tell me that I'm going to make 30%, 28%, whatever, over a course of 6 months return on my money, and I'm there. Football has been just phenomenal, off to a phenomenal start. We didn't have a bet Monday. We might not have a bet in tomorrow's game. As of right now, I don't have a bet in that terrible game that's going to be played tomorrow. We bet when there's an edge. You're somebody that wants smoke blown up your ass. Go to one of the frauds out there, and there's many that they've got a lock on every single TV game. Not going to get it from here. We thought Monday night's game was just couldn't call it. And that's what I see in this one here. Bears, they played great. They played a great football game for 3 quarters. They let down in the 4th quarter. They lost. Don't know how they're going to get back off that game. Fields had his best game in what seems like forever. The Redskins. I'm still calling them the Washington Commanders, bouncing back. Playing a tough game at Philly after getting wiped out of Buffalo, but they fall short in overtime. So this will be look. I make this game pretty much right where it's at right now, 5.5 to 6. So again, just don't know if we're gonna have a bet that. But again, we have our bets already. A bunch of them sent out for the NFL for the weekend. When there's an edge, that's when we make a bet. We tell you what our record is, what the amount of units we're up. These are real numbers. They're not fake. And this is over a period of time. Look, guys, anybody can get a hot week and win 15 units in a week. It's different to sustain that over a period of time. We're giving you the stats over the baseball season, and it's a plus. Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll be back, I guess, tomorrow with another preview of MLB, unless they're all sweeps, because we basically talked about the game, and then Ben's got you guys covered on Friday with the college.
Yep, guys, make sure you guys tune back in tomorrow. Appreciate that free bet. And if you guys haven't yet, check out the app or the website. And if any of you guys disagree with the side of the Marlins, go ahead and tell us in the comments. But leave the hatred out of it. Just actually make a sharp point as to why you like the Phillies in that game.
Bring the hatred. We don't care. Bring the guys as much as you want. Tell us why I'm a sucker for betting the Marlins today.
Yep, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe below. Let's make some money, John.
Make some money.